This week at NASA. 19 astronauts with Ohio roots participated in a NASA 50th anniversary gala held in Cleveland. The event highlighted the contributions of 27 astronauts born or now living in Ohio, including Neil Armstrong.
We did.
John Glenn.
And that gives you confidence you can really do this.
And Jim Lovell.
You either had to have the courage to continue or you were lost.
New York native astronaut Kevin Kriegel also attended. Kriegel was named an honorary Buckeye by the state's governor prior to piloting Discovery on the all-Ohio STS-70 in 1995. His crewmates were Commander Tom Hendricks and mission specialists Nancy Jane Curry, Don Thomas, and Mary Ellen Weber.
That's my only words of inspiration is keep your eyes and ears open. Look for the tiniest opportunity to try something new, to seek out new people, new events even like this, like today.
NASA joined with the American Association of Retired Persons to host a Life at 50 Plus event and expo at the Washington Convention Center. Both organizations are celebrating a half-century of achievement.
It's really a pleasure to be here and to celebrate AARP and NASA's mutual 50th anniversaries. And we're especially happy to participate in this one right here in Washington, D.C., in our nation's capital.
During the opening ceremony, Johnson Space Center Director Mike Coates and astronaut Carl Waltz presented a photo montage and items flown this year on Space Shuttle Discovery to Bill Novelli, CEO of AARP, for the organization's work on behalf of seniors. In turn, Novelli presented NASA with an oversized AARP membership card to mark the agency's 50th anniversary. The Life at 50 Plus Expo showcased many NASA innovations and space hardware. A ribbon-cutting ceremony to officially dedicate the NASA Shared Services Center's new facility took place at the Stennis Space Center. The building is an energy-efficient, multi-story structure funded by NASA and the state of Mississippi. The NSSC is a public-private partnership between NASA and Computer Sciences Corporation that performs select activities in financial management, human resources, information technology, and procurement for all NASA centers. Glenn Research Center employees were visited by crew members of two recent NASA human spaceflight missions. Expedition 16 and 17 flight engineer Garrett Reisman was at Glenn's Plumbrook Station in Sandusky, where he presented highlights of his 3-month stay aboard the International Space Station and his return to Earth with the STS-124 crew aboard Space Shuttle Discovery. At Glenn's Lewis Field in Cleveland, Expedition 16 Commander Peggy Whitson briefed center employees on her 6 months in space. Whitson, the first female to command the space station, spent 377 days in space, more than any other American astronaut. 31 years ago this week, on September 5, 1977, the Voyager 1 spacecraft was launched on a mission to probe the outer solar system. Voyager 1 was the first NASA mission to provide detailed images of the moons of Jupiter and Saturn. Almost 10 billion miles from Earth, Voyager 1 is operational and is on its way to locate and study the boundaries of the solar system. And 48 years ago, on September 8, 1960, the Marshall Space Flight Center was dedicated by President Eisenhower. The center was named for Nobel Prize winner General George C. Marshall, who served as the Army Chief of Staff during World War II and later as Secretary of State, developed the Marshall Plan for rebuilding Europe. 8 months after the center's dedication, the United States sent its first astronaut into space.
All right, lift off and the clock is started.
Today, visitors to Marshall can see the historic Redstone test stand used for the rockets on the Mercury Redstone vehicle that boosted America's first astronaut, Alan Shepard, on his suborbital flight, May 5, 1961. And that's This Week at NASA. For more on these and other stories, visit www.nasa.gov.